Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Miami Dolphins. Greg Zuerlein, the Rams kicker, approaches, kicks it off, and here we go from Los Angeles. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On first down, this taken in by Jakeem Grant. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Rosen will throw. Brought in over the middle by Grant.
Brent, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him. 2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well.
Rosen on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Samson Abukum coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And it's caught by Parker. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And that is incomplete here. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald with a sack.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Single. 26 Mike. Go. 26 Mike. Set the tone, defense. Hard. Check out.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And he's going to go down again. Aaron Donald able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 27.
43.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 30. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. 49 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Goff on 3rd down. And got him in. It's Woods. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Rams are in for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Aaron Donald getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been a constant direct.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Maverick. 43. Check. 43. Here we go.
3rd and long. It's gone. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Grant. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Monday. Hey, alert.
2nd and 10, it's Rosen again. Eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Corey Littleton, he's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down.
26 Mike. Watch QB drop. Hey, wahoo. 26 Mike.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. On the stop was T.J. McDonald. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's see what you got.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And able to find Higbee, it's complete. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. He's at the 30, the 20. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, LA. Brandon Cooks, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. There he goes, left side. And the Rams with a score. Touchdown.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go!
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here first and 10 at their own 26. The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Now gone. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, LA! Brandon Cooks. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Run that. Mike, check, 59.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Parker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Now it's Rosen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Going up top for Kupp. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with him.
Now Gurley. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. The Rams on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for 28 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check 24. Check 24.
Again they run with Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
40. My 20. Man, I got you.
To throw is gone. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. Now, to be frank, a silly penalty there trying to block the field goal, and that leads to a fresh set of downs. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Hey, tighten down. There you go. Tighten up. Shell.
Now it's gone. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. The corner.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Rosen. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers.
remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes back. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. But he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel
fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Charles Harris able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. Well, if this defense can hold him to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, D.
And now it's Rosen looking. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off right around the 43. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
180. Check, 43. We own them. We own them.
After the interception, here's Gronk. It's caught left side by Cooks. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 18 on the play. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And thanks to the interception, the Rams offense cashes in for 6.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Buying time to his left. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Aaron Donald. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Rosen will throw. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. Aaron Donald. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. Here's Matt. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And some room to run now. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some plays.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Rosen. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now Rosen looking to throw. On the right side, open is Gesicki. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Rosen. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
What? 20. Check, 43. Hey, keep it up.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Rams are victorious here as we say so long from Exposition Park in L.A.